Hey y'all, this your girl Indigo. I know I haven't been on in a while, but I just been kind of sitting back and watching the scene, so to speak. And man, there's a lot of stuff going on. You know, the Nature Boy thing, Velvet going back. I mean, I look at all of that as entertainment and actually very funny. But when I'm actually really what bothers me the most is this wrench situation, man. I I would like to say that I don't understand it, but I do. I didn't understand it at first. You know, I hold several wrenches myself in several different platforms, and I didn't understand it. What was the big deal about wrenches? Because frankly, you know, I don't give that ish the importance that others do. I really don't. And when I asked the question, you know, it was explained to me, and this is the way that I took it and I understood it, that wrenches are given out to different people for different purposes. You know, every content creator, every platform holder has their reasons for giving different people different wrenches. Okay? And people who get these wrenches, it signifies a certain amount of power or esteem or I don't know. It gives them a sense of empowerment, I guess. Um, I get that. I get that. But what I've been noticing is that, man, some of these wrenches are messy. Messy. You know, I'm not calling out any direct names because I'm not talking about anybody in particular right now. I'm basically speaking in generalized terms. Okay? So please don't think I'm pointing my finger at anybody. I'm not. You know, I have been seeing a lot of drama that has been started from an action that a wrench took. You know, and that's foul. I mean, I know every platform has different rules. Understandable. You know, I have a few wrenches in my room. I mean, my channel is not all that big, you know, but I do have wrenches in place because I've been known to say some things that are, you know, pretty controversial. I've been known to say some petty things. I own up to all of that, you know, but I'm also a person that believes when you go in another content creator's room, another platform holder's room, you should be respectful. I mean, I'm all for, you know, us having a discussion. We can agree to disagree. You can not like what I'm saying. That's great. But there's a certain level of respect that you should have when you're in another person's platform. Okay? That's just it. I don't even use every wrench that I hold. I don't, you know. Um, I like different people, and I go in their room, and if they thought enough of me to give me a wrench, okay, great, you know. And the only time I really use my wrench in certain rooms is if the regular wrenches that are in that room are handling something else, or something slips by them that they don't see that is blatantly disrespectful to that platform holder. Yeah, I'll use it. You know, I'm not going to use it to severity. I'm not going to be severe with it, but I will remove that comment. You know, and well, I mean, everybody pretty much knows where my loyalties lie. And I do hold a wrench in that room. And yes, I'm more active in that room because I know what those rules are. I've been in that platform, you know, pretty much since the conception of it, pretty much. So I know what's expected of me in that room. So yeah, I use my wrench a lot more. However, I don't use it to push forward my personal agenda. Okay? There are many people that pass in and out of rooms that I may disagree with. You know, I may not like the way they handle things, but I'm not going to use that wrench to push that point. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to use my wrench because, oh, I don't like this person, or, oh, they saying this or that, you know, yada, yada, yada. If they get disrespectful, yes. Or if that content holder or that content creator says to the mods, hey, I don't want to see this person, I don't want this person in my room, then yeah, that's going to happen because they asked me to do something. That's why they made me a mod or an admin on their page to handle that while they're trying to get whatever information across that they're getting. Now, like I said, I am sub to a lot of people because I like maybe what that particular person is bringing forth, the information that they share. Doesn't mean that I, totally agree with them all the time. It's just I like that information. Okay? And I realize that some of the people that I'm sub to or in, I guess, what you would call a beef or misunderstanding with other people that I'm sub to. I don't carry bones, man. I don't. I don't carry bones. Okay? So what's said in this room is said in this room. What's said in that room is said in that room. I'm not that person to shoot back and forth. And I'm not going to judge because as much as I may see and hear, I've learned that there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the back chats, baby. So you never know all the facts about it. You know, that person can come to you personally and tell you, hey, this was said, hey, that was said, this, that, and the other. But that's one side of the story. There's always 3 points that you need to consider: that person, the other person, and the truth. Somewhere in the middle, you're going to find the truth between each person's side, right? Now, I do watch this brother Prometheus. Shout out to Prometheus. Brother is very talented. I mean, if I want to get a giggle during the day, I go on his page, I watch a live, or I watch a video, and I'm cracking up for the rest of the day. Okay? He's very talented. So, but he had a live today that he brought up some information on wrenches, right? And I totally agree with him in the fact that, he was saying he tries to stay neutral. I get that. I get that. And I totally agree with the point that he made about, having, not using that wrench for your personal agenda. So that really interested me to hear his perspective on that. And that, even though he makes these videos, sometimes he's not personally coming at somebody because he may or may not know that person personally. He's just giving his own perspective. And I think that a lot of people need to keep that in mind. Everybody's got their own perspective, and it's not going to always align with yours. I'm looking at some of these people that are online, content providers, and as well as mods. And some of them, are older and could be considered elders. All of us are supposed to be grown. And it's baffling, confuzzled. That's my own word, confuzzled. But it gets me to see how childish some of them act. It's like watching 2 kids sitting there and they're staring at each other or pointing at each other or putting their fingers so close to the other person that they don't touch them. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. But these people, they want to expose everybody and put everybody on point. They call my name. They said something about me. I'm like, come on now. Is that really killing you enough to put somebody else's life out there in the open? I've said this before. You're affecting people's lives, and if you are that petty and vindictive to want to affect somebody's personal life because they called your name, or perhaps they said the truth about you. I mean, if somebody told the truth about you, man, stand on your square. Admit what you did. I did that. Okay. Yeah, I said that. And you get over it. Own your stuff. Okay. I'm trying to watch my mouth, y'all, because I curse like a sailor, and I'm trying to watch my verbiage. So bear with me. I may or may not slip. So bear with me. But own your stuff, man. Own your stuff. That's part of being an adult, owning your stuff. Now, that person may still be mad at you for what you did, but at least they can give you some modicum of respect because you admitted what you did. You owned up to that. Now, I can get it if somebody lies on you, put a rumor out there. Yeah, that's enough to make anybody mad. But again, if that lie or that rumor is not affecting your family, your money, the way you make your money, did I say money? Yeah. Then is it really all that serious? Now, for those people who are lying, again, I mentioned the exposing affecting people's lives. There's some flat out bald faced liars out here that are lying to the point that it's affecting people's money. You have to understand, you know, money ain't everything, but it's damn close. Oops, I cursed. Dang. It's real close because you use that to take care of your family. You use that to support and get your family the things that it needs. So why would somebody want to affect your livelihood like that? Are we that petty? Some of these people act like, they haven't made it out of kindergarten. I mean, they haven't made it out of grade school. They ain't made it out of junior high. Some of them ain't made it out of high school. They're in a repetitive circle. I mean, I realize there's levels to this, man. But when you've reached a certain age, you're supposed to leave all that behind, man. Because I know when I was at the point of leaving school, man, I was out of there. I was out of there. Now, higher education, yeah, love it to death. Because I can do that without having to interact with too many other people. High school, fishbowl. Don't like it, didn't like it. Hated that my kids had to go through it. But I guess that's a rite of passage for all of us, right? What I can't understand is those people who can't get past that rite of passage. You keep taking that test over again and you are failing miserably. It's not a good look to be in your mid-30s and up still doing something that a 15-year-old or a 16-year-old would do. I mean, how sensitive are you? We're supposed to get to a point where we're not wearing our feelings on our sleeves. You're supposed to have a little bit tougher skin than that. The world alone will bend you over every time it can with emotions that fragile. Okay? I call people that have that type of problem glass jaw. Showing my age a little bit. Used to be a boxing game with, Glass Joe. He had a glass jaw. Every time he got hit in the jaw, he would pass out. But, I call him glass jaw. Because you can't take a little tip on the jaw. Come on now. When I grew up, we played the dozens, man. We talked about each other ugly. And I mean, these are family members. We talked about each other's ugly. We talked about each other's mom, dad, ugly. But at the end of the day, it was just that. You honed your skills and you got over it. You moved on. You didn't hold no grudge about that mess, man. I can't understand that. I mean, I don't use my wrench for my personal agenda in somebody else's room. That's disrespectful to the platform holder to use that for your personal agenda. Y'all need to learn a little respect. These moms need to learn a little bit of respect. They need to learn a little bit of discernment. And yeah, they need to grow a thicker skin. And stop being so messy, man. I mean, where is it getting you? Is that putting another dollar in your pocket? Is it making you look better? In my eyes, it makes you look real silly. Because you're basically, you're a child in an adult body. Okay? I'm learning more and more that age does not equal maturity. I'm learning that more and more. But I never make long videos. I'm going to have to work on that. But the basics of what I'm saying is, man, grow up. Grow up. I get on and off this box, man, because I got a lot of stuff going on. Like in the last couple of days, I've been so busy. If it wasn't for the fact that, I have to use this phone for business, I probably wouldn't even have touched it. Okay? I am amazed at people who have the time to sit on this box for hours at a time, non-stop. Not gonna mention no names again, but I've seen it happen, and that is amazing to me. And frankly, if sitting on this box is not bringing money to you, I don't understand what you have to talk about that has that much substance to it, that you could talk about hours on end about it without repeating the same thing many, many times. Okay? I don't get it. I don't get it. I probably never will. I don't even think I want to get it, you know, because that's just not my MO. But yeah, I digress. Stop letting these wrenches take you somewhere, man. I understand it could be a status symbol. I understand that it's a semblance of power. You get to go in there and do what you want to do. But in real life, that wrench ain't going to do you no good unless that connection you got is paying you to use that wrench. So, y'all need to put a few things in perspective and look at it for what it is. You know, this box ain't life. I understand for some people it is, but it's really not. While you're in this box, real life is happening. And you are affecting other people's real lives with your actions. You know, I tell my children, you know, people don't understand that every single thing you do, it doesn't just affect your life, it affects those around you. And sometimes we can do things and thinking that it's only affecting me or it's affecting the person I'm doing it to. You don't understand that's affecting your whole family. Because if that person turns around and does a you on you, believe me, your whole family is going to suffer. And that's not cool. That's not cool. I could say more on this, but as I said before, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I talk about people who talk around in circles and about the same thing over and over and over again. But yeah, y'all, get yourself some discernment and use it. I'm about to get back to real life. Y'all take care of yourselves. Just remember, self-love is key. Love yourself if you can't love nobody else. And can't nobody else love you because you haven't shown them how. People love you and respect you and treat you according to the way they see you treat yourself. Y'all be good. Peace.